The artist is born when her performance becomes an extension of her own body and persona. The voyage that you make from being a performer to being an artist is a discovery of your own self. This is Anweshana, a method of learning that I've discovered that will allow you to find your own unique expression in dance. In the Anweshana series, we shall discover and learn the major adavas or building blocks of the Bharatanatyam repertoire. Anweshana can be adapted by students at all levels and is my approach to revisiting and learning adavas in a unique way that can enhance your performance by adding more dimensionality and vibrance while retaining the aesthetics of the art form itself. Beginner and advanced level options are available throughout the Anweshana series. A lot of movements of the torso in Bharatanatyam are forward bends, side bends, or rotational bends. The forward or rotational bends are typically at the hip. Also, the movement of the body parallels the movement of the arm. In Bharatanatyam traditionally, the transitions themselves are fixed, as are the endpoints. Anweshana departs in significant ways from the traditional methods. For instance, in Anweshana, the transitions can vary, and that allows for a huge range of movements that can be created between any 2 points in space. From the very first episodes of Anweshana, you will find subtle but significant engagement with a range of movements that will become your own imprint in dance. Isn't that what every dancer wishes for? His or her own connection with the dance, finding registry with audiences? Anweshana in the Tat Tadavu. Traditionally, the striking of the feet with a loud thud can unfortunately cause injuries in the long term from repetitive stress. In the first ever Anweshana Tat Tadavu series, I share with you a technique that reduces the impact of striking one's feet and yet maintains firmness and tone. For beginners, I've added simple arm positions which are at the chest and in extensions in 3 different directions, namely on the side, front, and upward planes. By adding arm movement combinations at an early stage of practice for beginners, the higher series like Nattu Adavu become more accessible. I find students struggling with maintaining basic lines along the shoulder plane even though they have moved on to higher levels of learning. These shoulder plane movements are emphasized in the Anweshana Tat Tadavu series. For the advanced student, I have added torso movements. These torso movements are core-centric, subtle, and if practiced regularly, they can add a lot of dimension to traditional movements. I also teach you how to move your upper body so as to enable you to transition and arrive at each endpoint position. Also, I've introduced follow-through head movements and eye movements. Within the Tat Tadavu schematic is a way to engage all students for all levels from beginner to advanced so that when you revisit the Tat Tadavu series at an intermediate or advanced stage, you can still find ways of growing in it instead of rehashing and repeating the same movements over and over again. Each time you come back to Tat Tadavu series, you can set your own goals on how you will improve your practice today. You may focus on any one of these learning goals.